Have you ever just wished you could find the off switch for your brain? Even for a little while, just to get a moment of real, quiet peace. Well, we're going to dive into a story today that might just hold the key to doing exactly that.
So, does this sound familiar? You've got thoughts about yesterday, you're stressing about tomorrow, and there's just this constant chatter in your head that will not stop. It's a feeling so many of us know, and honestly, it's right at the heart of the story we're about to tell. So, let's meet Marco. He's 24 years old, and on the inside, his mind is just a relentless storm. Worries, regrets, random thoughts, they're all swirling around, creating this nonstop noise that leaves him feeling completely and utterly drained.
Yeah, his inner world is basically this constant tug of war. He's either looking back, feeling sad about things that have already happened, or he's looking forward, just filled with anxiety about what's coming next. He's totally stuck between these two things, never able to just be where he is. And all that noise in his head, well, it takes a real toll. He feels uneasy and tired all the time. Sleep doesn't come easy, and, the simple act of smiling, it feels like a distant memory. The joy in his life has just been crowded out by all that mental chaos. But then, Marco hears something, a little whisper of hope. He hears about this wise old man who lives a quiet life up in the hills. Turns out, this guy used to be a famous psychologist, but he left the city life behind to live more simply, and every now and then, he offers his wisdom to people who seek him out. And that little piece of information, it just sparks something in him. He thinks, you know what, I've got to try. Maybe this is it. Maybe this guy can actually help me find some peace. So, with a mix of desperation and hope, he starts this long journey to find him. When Marco finally gets there, he finds the old man just sitting peacefully. But here's the thing. The wise man doesn't give him some complicated answer or a big piece of advice. Instead, he just smiles and gives him a challenge, a surprisingly simple task that involves nothing more than a full glass of water. The instructions are super clear. He says, take this glass, it's filled right to the very brim, walk all the way to the other side of the village, and then walk all the way back. And the whole time, do not spill a single drop. It sounds a little strange, but Marco agrees to do it. Now, this wasn't some peaceful stroll in the park. The path was narrow, it was crowded, you got people running past him, shopkeepers yelling out to customers, dogs barking. I mean, it was just a total symphony of chaos and distractions all around him. But here's the amazing part. Marco didn't notice any of it. Not a single thing. His entire world just shrank down to the surface of the water in that glass. His eyes were completely locked on it. He walked slowly, carefully, with every single step being his only concern. His focus was just absolute. And so he finally makes it back to the wise man, and he is just beaming with pride. He holds up the glass, still totally full, and he's like, I did it. It's perfect. I didn't spill even one drop of water. The old man just nods and smiles, and then he asks a question that changes absolutely everything for Marco. He doesn't ask about the water, he doesn't ask about the walk, he just asks, but tell me, did you happen to see the children playing on the side of the road? Marco's a bit confused. He thinks for a second and then says, no, I didn't see or hear anything at all. I was only focusing on the glass. And right there, in that moment, you can almost see the light bulb go on in his head. The real lesson starts to sink in. The wise man explains it so gently. He says, when your mind is completely 100% occupied with the present moment, with the task right in front of you, there's just no room left for anything else. No space for old regrets, no room for future worries. That mental storm, it just goes quiet. And bam, Marco gets it. The peace he was so desperately looking for, it wasn't something out there that he had to go find. It was already inside of him the whole time, just waiting for him to tap into it. I mean, think about that change. Marco showed up as this restless young man, completely at the mercy of his own chaotic thoughts. But he walked away knowing the secret to calming that storm. He was now peaceful from the inside out. And this really gets to a powerful truth, doesn't it? Peace isn't some destination you arrive at. It's a state of being. It's what happens when we fully anchor ourselves, right here in the now, whatever this present moment holds. So, that brings it all back to you. It leaves us with a really important question to think about. In your life right now, what is that one thing you can give your absolute, undivided attention to? What is your glass of water that can help you quiet the storm?